Hi everyone, let's work through this polynomial division question together. This is sort of a thinking question because we have to develop a strategy on how to find the unknown. So what we are given here is a polynomial x to the power 6 plus x4 minus 2x squared plus k is divided by 1 plus x squared. Now the remainder is 5 and we have to use all this information in order to find the unknown coefficient k. The first step is to set up the polynomial for long division. Notice that this polynomial is missing several degree terms, and whenever a polynomial is missing one or more powers of x, we must include those terms with a coefficient of 0. So we'll start off with x to the power of 6, that's the highest degree term. We don't have an x power 5, so we'll write it as 0x to the power 5. Then we have x to the power of 4. No x power 3 terms, so we're going to give a coefficient of 0, x power 3, and then we have minus 2x squared, no x terms, so plus 0x plus k. K is our unknown coefficient, and this will be divided by 1 plus x squared. Just like with a polynomial, the divisor must be written from highest to lowest degree. And again, if we have missing terms, we have to replace them with terms with coefficient of 0. So in this case, we don't have an x term, so we're going to list 0x for it. And then the constant is 1. So we're going to perform this division just like we normally do until we hit the very end of it where we have to figure out the coefficient k. So x squared goes into x6. Always remember, we divide x to the power of 6. So we are dividing by the divisor, and we look at the first term. So x6 over x squared is x to the power of 4. So x power 4 will be the first term in the quotient. So we'll multiply x to the power 4 back with every single term in the divisor, and that will give x to the power of 6. And then 0x to the power of 5. And then we have 1x to the power of 4. Let's draw the line. And we'll subtract whatever we created here from the given polynomial. Now we have x6 minus x6 is 0x to the power of 6. We don't really have to write it. I'm just going to list it here so we can see it for now. Now 0x5 minus 0x5, there is 0x5 as well. I'm going to use the sign plus, doesn't really matter if it is plus or minus. And we have x to the power 4 minus x to the power 4 is 0x to the power of 4. We're going to bring down the next terms. Now notice that our next term will have a coefficient of 0. So if we have a coefficient of 0, there is not much that we can work with because x squared won't go into 0x cubed. So we're going to continue bringing down more terms. And as a matter of fact, we can bring down all the terms in every step. Normally for short, we don't bring the terms down, we bring them one at a time because that's the order in which they're simplified. But we can also bring all the terms down in every single subtraction here. Now we have to think x squared goes into 0x cubed 0 times. So we'll have to take the next terms, remember, just like in numerical division. So when the number didn't go into the first digit, then we took the first 2 digits. So we're going to look at the next one. X squared goes into negative 2x squared. Always remember, negative 2x squared divided by x squared, that's negative 2 times. Multiply negative 2 by every term in the divisor and list it underneath. So we have 2 times x squared, 2x squared. Next we have, that's a negative 2, so negative 2x squared. Next we have negative 2 times 0x, negative 0x or positive 0x, doesn't matter. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. I'm going to draw the line again, and we'll subtract whatever we created here. So let's check and see. Obviously, we don't have x cubed term. Negative 2x squared minus 2x squared. Oops, I missed this power of 2 here. is going to be 0x to the power of 2. Now 0x minus 0x is 0x. And lastly, we will have k minus negative 2 as a constant term. So we have plus k, and then minus negative 2. And in a simplified form, k minus negative 2 will simply be k plus 2. Now remember that k plus 2 will be the remainder. And the reason I can say that with confidence is because this would be a constant term. True that we don't know the value of k, but we know that this is going to be a constant number, and a variable x to the power of 2 does not fit into here. So we can't continue the division. So the remainder based on our division here with in this polynomial that involves the coefficient k will be equal to k plus 2. Now, we are told that the remainder has a value of 5. So guess how we're going to solve for k, or how we figure out k. So we're going to take k plus 2 and equal it to 5. So k equals 5 minus 2, or k equals 3. So therefore, we're going to say that the value of k equals 3. And this is how we find the missing coefficient when we are given additional information of this nature. I hope these instructions make sense, and I hope you enjoyed learning it. Bye for now, and see you next time.